We're in Animal Kingdom today. Today is very clear what we're doing. We're gonna run to Pandora and we're gonna do Flight of Passage first, which is the newest ride. It's amazing. I've done it.
I haven't. I'm looking forward to it.
The whole area looks amazing.
I can't wait to see the area.
Yes, got them. Ooh, looks like they're ready for you in the next room.
It's a flying theatre. I didn't realise that.
A really good one.
Yes, it is a really good one. I would say that's the best flying theatre I've ever done.
Oh, for sure. You always say that you think that you're not really immersive.
Yeah, I never find flying theatres immersive.
Yeah, there's a whole story here. There's a huge pre-show. You go to like different rooms and they give you a lot of it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because basically the story here is they're gonna connect you to an avatar and you're gonna have the experience of flying on a banshee. But they tell you that this is not real, it's something they're gonna connect you and you're gonna feel like you were there. And it makes sense with the story of the movie. It's actually really, really immersive.
I'm not gonna lie, so we sit down on the seats and it's like, reminds me of a Samperla motorbike coaster or a disco where the bit comes up your back and that has like motions to it. The way flying theatres start, I just hate it normally because it just pushes you out and you're there. It's not immersive. This is fully immersive. There's a screen in front of you, flashes of light, it just bang and then you're being teleported directly into the world and off you go.
It's all part of the story.
It's so well done, that is. And that's what fixes one of my biggest hates of flying theatres is how they actually start.
We're going to Navi River Journey now, which is the other ride in Pandora, which is a boat ride.
It's just a nice little boat ride.
I think there is the best animatronics from all the rides. It's a really good animatronic.
Final animatronic.
It's really natural. All the movings and all
it's the mouth, the way she was speaking. Have like this made-up language that they're speaking, so we don't need to worry about lip sync. That animatronic was complete. It was perfect. There's a lot of time when I see an animatronic and they'll put like an overlay of like a screen, so it looks like they're speaking and smiling. And it
yeah,
just
like
never
Frozen, the new ones.
Frozen, because it then
Dwarfs.
has a different colour between the face and the body. Seven Dwarfs I thought was slightly different because the beards helped cover it up, but that wasn't animatronic. This was pure animatronic, and I just think it was brilliant.
No, it is amazing. So the whole area is amazing. What do you think about the area?
I think it was absolutely amazing. I love the rock ride. I love the way, even just the way that it's in here with the trees. It feels very natural. It doesn't feel like it was forced.
Yeah, I think Animal Kingdom is the best themed park from Disney. It's one of the best ever, actually. Not only Pandora, Africa and Asia especially, is one of my favorite themed area ever. So we're heading there now because now we're going to Expedition Everest. It's still on 10 minutes. This is the two bigger queues on the park now. We've been watching the queue times yesterday to see how they go. And they were both over an hour and we did them both less than 30 minutes about each.
Sailing down the Discovery River.
I love it. I rate it one of the best Vekomas. It's still smooth. Is it as good as I remember? I don't know, but I still love it.
This area is so well themed. Not only the coaster, but the whole experience that you have is something different. It's so iconic, the broken tracks, going backwards and then finding the Yeti inside the mountain, the indoor part.
I love the transition between indoor and outdoor. I mean, any park that builds a replica of Everest in it is pretty impressive. It's perfect for what it is. It's the full package. It looks great, and I just really enjoy it.
This is a weird area.
Feels very neglected.
I'm not saying that I don't like it, but it doesn't feel like it's in Disney. It does look like a Six Flags area. They used to have a coaster here that was removed. So yeah, I guess they're in the process of redoing this area.
It looks like it really needs it done.
Now we're going on Dinosaur. I remember this ride being very good. I'm intrigued to see. It's one of the rides that I really wanted to do today.
Grab your bonnet on and get out before that asteroid hits.
Mission accomplished.
It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's very dark. I know it's got warning to like the kids, like scary dinosaurs, but they were actually
Yeah,
quite
I remember
scary.
being really scared on my first time. You are in a vehicle looking for dinosaurs, so you're passing through a lot of dinosaurs. But I think it's good because usually I'm not a huge fan of boat rides or this type of rides that you just go in a car and passing through a lot of sceneries. I just feel like it's a little bit pointless because I don't feel immersive on that. Here, because this vehicle, it bounces a lot and it goes fast, sometimes there's some drops. So it actually feels that you are living that. You're not only in a car looking dinosaurs, you are experiencing that. You are actually chasing dinosaurs on the car. It's so worth it. So it's on the back of the park. There is this dinosaur area that, like we said, feels like needs some changes. I almost feel like it's a little left out. Yeah, I feel it has so much potential.
It feels like it's lost.
Yes, exactly. The area that we were talking before, it's right there. The Six Flags looking area. And then there is another, like a playground with a different type of dinosaur theming. And then there is this ride over there. It's a dead end. It feels like it's so left out, but don't miss that ride. It's amazing. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's worth it.
We forgot our bottle of water today. So we're just asking for tap water. Just give you tap water with ice in whatever food cart that you want to ask. We decided to see the Lion King show. This show, you need to watch it. It's one of the best shows at Disney. There is another one from Nemo. The only thing with this show, their schedule, so you need to check to see what the time of the show. It's 20 minutes to the next one, so we're just going to watch it now because then we don't need to worry about getting into the queues, worrying if we're gonna have time to do the show or not.
Right attitude.
Okay, change of plans. The queue to the show was huge. Now it's almost 11. The queue was already to the show at midday. We're doing it later and now we're going to the rapids because it's hot enough now and the rapids is only 15 minutes. That was a lot more wet than I was expecting.
I like when we got on, you were like, I've seen people getting off and they look quite dry.
Exactly. I didn't remember anything of this ride. And then I saw people getting off dry and I was like, oh, it's gonna be fine. And then the drop is actually big.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I didn't remember it being so big. So it was really a really good drop. We got really wet.
We went down backwards on the drop. I think we were the unlucky ones on the boat.
No, everyone was so wet.
Good.
I don't know what happened.
But I'm not going to lie, I feel like I'm drying already in this Florida sun. Back to Africa.
So we just did a safari. Now we're going on It's Tough to Be a Bug, which is inside the Tree of Life. I love it. I think it's brilliant. It has really cool effects. It's a 4D movie with some real things.
Like a
as
lot
well.
of set pieces.
Yes, exactly. It's a really old ride and it has some really cool effects.
You know, when you go to see a 4D theatre and the effect lasts like 1 second, it's done. With this, the effects last a long period of time. So whether it's like you're getting splashed in the face with water effects, normally it's just a quick splash, you're like, oh no. But with this, it's like constantly, you're like, oh, make it stop. Or with like smoke effects.
The smoke was the best part.
That was the best
And then-
part.
Yeah, so we're not telling all the facts that they're going. I think it's good to just come and experience. But it's definitely a ride that is worth doing. So neither of us like to wait for shows. So basically what we've been doing the whole day, every time there's a show of The Lion King, we just get into the queue like 1 minute before the show. And then they say, now it's only the next one because Lion King is so popular. So there's like a huge queue that stays for the next one that is like 1 hour after. So we just decide to do something else and come back later. So I think this is the 4th time that we walk to the Lion King.
Something like that. There's 2 more to go. What you need to work out now is, are we going to make it in the show or not?
The show is so popular. This last time, we actually arrived 20 minutes before the show. And we still couldn't make it. We're gonna try to do the Nemo show now, and we're gonna come back later, a little earlier probably, because it is worth to do. We did everything that we wanted to do now. It's only the 2 shows that we need to do, and some walkthrough, and maybe some rewrites.
I really enjoyed it.
It was a good show, very different than the style of the show from the Lion King. There is a screen in the background.
And then there's all these people. I was trying to work out during the show what you call them. I was going to call them costumes. I didn't know if it was costumes or puppets. It's kind of like a combination between the 2, isn't it?
It's a musical. You go through the story of Finding Nemo as a musical. It's really well done. It mixtures screen with actors and elements.
And like all
on
these
the-
different props that they had. I really liked it. I thought it was really uplifting. And I just thought it was quite warm. Made me smile.
We just took the train to our fixed Planet Watch. That is kind of a separate land from the park. So you need to take a train. You cannot just walk here. So there is a train that you get in Africa to here. There is a conservation station here. There's some activities. You can pet some animals. You can learn how to draw. Basically go to.
Conservation Island. I thought the sketching was quite cool. Just
Oh yeah,
learning
that
to
is
draw.
a very cool
That was-
experience.
and because it was live.
Because it's
up
all
there doing
about
it.
how they do the animation. It's a very different thing that you can do in a Disney park.
So it's
worth
interesting
it.
the amount of studying they had to do to make the animals realistic in the animation. Which they tell you all about that when you're on the train, which is quite good.
During the safari, during the train, they're giving a lot of information about the animals, the Disney movies that are involving the animals. It's really cool.
And I liked when we did the safari, towards the end of it, they mentioned that you can donate, and everything they donate, Disney is matching everyone's donation as well. So Disney will double the donation at the end, it all goes back into the animals. So I think that's a great thing.
One thing that you need to be careful in Animal Kingdom, a lot of attractions here, they close early, around 4:30. So the safari here, some of the walkthrough animals, they close early. So you need to be careful and plan your day, considering the time of the shows and the time of these attractions that close early. So this was the last thing that we wanted to do that closed around 4 something. So now we're gonna go get on the train, get back to the park, and
Wait for the Lion King. Go, 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 go.
finally! We're watching The Lion King now. It's amazing how crowded this area of the park is. The rest of the park is fine. Since the beginning of the day, every time we come here.
Most of this comes from Lion King. Every hour you've got extra crowd. Every half an hour from that you've probably got everyone rushing to get here to try and get into that crowd.
This show is really popular, and it's for a reason. The show is amazing.
Yeah, I loved it. I'll probably say Lion King's my favourite Disney film.
Yeah, so it has a lot of nostalgia. Keep singing all the songs from the movie.
It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
It has acrobats. It's really a show.
It really is more of like a show.
So it's in the center and everyone sits around it, so you can have 360 view of the stage.
Yeah, I don't think it matters where you sat. I think you got
Yeah.
a perfect view
Exactly.
throughout, which is great. First time I saw Lion King was first time sort of heard Hans Zimmer's music, and I've always loved his work, all the way from The Lion King to The Ride to Happiness. It was great to see it on there.
We did Everest again.
The more we do it, the more we appreciate it.
We're just looking at it and it's so amazing.
The sun
right?
is in the perfect precision at the moment. It's like starting to be sunset and it's just lighting up
The
the whole.
view from the lift here is amazing. The view that you have from the park. We were talking about the Yeti inside, how it used to be before and how it is now.
It used to move quite a lot and he was like a big animatronic. I don't know the complete ins and outs, but it's something like he was too heavy to remove and they have to remove part of the mountain to remove him. So now it's all like, he just flashes. But I think he looks more cool.
It's better because if you can see, you have enough time to just
Like-
analyze it. Oh yeah, it's animatronic. I really wanted to do Flight of Passage again, but it's on 85 minutes.
This is crazy. When you look at the rest of the queue times, like 15 minutes Everest, and everything's like 15 minutes, and then Flight of Passage, 85.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to just go there first thing in the morning because we killed half an hour and it's been all day, 85 minutes. Now we stopped for eating. We love Chinese food. Every park that we go, we always have Chinese food. So we're eating in Asia. So there is a Yaki and Yeti restaurant that is right here, but then next to it there is the Yaki and Yeti cafe that is cheaper. Since we're doing Disney on a budget, we went for the fast food. So we just got fried rice with chicken, which was $8. It's actually a side, because again, it's on a budget. It's like this. And
I got a beer. Which
that was more expensive than the ride.
But the beer was $8.50 or $8.52, but it's still cheaper than Epcot.
And bigger.
Yeah, 22 ounce.
Yeah, so Epcot is really expensive to drink.
Because
I
they
mean,
know we're all drinking around the world.
Yeah.
So it's fair enough to them.
Okay, the fried rice chicken is really good. It's a cheap option because it's actually a side. The entries are about 16, so it's double the price. We decided to go on Flight of Passage again. It's saying that it's a 90 minutes queue. We don't think that it's not actually going to be this long. Like we said that Disney is constantly putting the times wrong. Yesterday, by the end of the day, we went on a lot of rides that were saying the times were
Like Peter
a
Pan was like an
lot
hour, we
longer.
got on in 10 minutes.
Yes, exactly. That's by how much they were getting wrong. So a lot of things that were over an hour, we killed like 10, 15 minutes. Even today, Kilimanjaro Safari, it was 60 minutes
yeah.
and we killed 15. So we're doing the test now to see how long it's gonna take for us to do this. Oh, this ride is amazing.
There's so much stuff I'm impressed with it. From being on like all these other flying theatres, this has fixed everything that I think is wrong with them.
About the queue, it was supposed to be 90 minutes. It
42
was
to go.
42 until the pre-show. There's 2 pre-shows, kind of long, it's almost 10 minutes. So it was 50 minutes until we actually get into the ride.
But it was advertised as 90 minutes outside, so 40 minutes is a lot, big difference. But I found Disney parks, they tend to do that at the end of the day, like to scare people off, do you think, going in the ride?
Maybe.
Sometimes you just got to get in the queue.
Yes, you need to be careful though, because with Disney you always have to be planning your day because you have the time of a show that you want to go, or the time of a lightning lane if you bought a lightning lane, or virtual queue. So you always need to plan, and you cannot trust the queues. So sometimes you don't go on a ride because you think that. Yesterday we almost skipped some rides because we had the virtual queue for Tron, and I thought it was not gonna have time. So we just decided to go anyway, and if we need to, we just leave the queue. We went on 3 rides on that time.
It's $50 for the tail and the headrest, or just $35 if you just want the ears.
This was our day here in Animal Kingdom. We're leaving now, we're going to Disney Springs. So Animal Kingdom doesn't have fireworks shows because of the animal in the end of the day, like the other parks. But it did have like a show with the Tree of Life with projections on the tree that was really cool. Music and projections.
And it was all sort of with the Lion King.
It was cool to watch.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
It's easier than the other parks because it's not that crowded.
And it was on multiple times. We've seen
yeah,
it run twice as well.
Between all the Disney parks, it's the park that is closing earliest, but it's the park that we didn't need to rush to do everything. We did everything, we did re-ride, so it's pretty easy. Now it's have the extended hours for Disney luxury hotels guests. Since we're not, we're leaving the park, so we're just going to Disney Springs, but it was an amazing day. We did everything that we wanted. We did re-rides on the rides that we said that we wanted to do re-rides.
Yeah.
Which was like Flight of Passage and Expedition Everest. So yeah, I love Animal Kingdom.